Would you want gold if it was glittering right in front of your face? What if I told you that everyone ran to the gold rush back in the day, only to find out that much of the gold was fake? When it comes to the marketplace, sellers and business owners are now doing a stampedic gold rush. A gold rush for customers whom they consider their source of gold, as in income, gains, and profits. The fact of the matter is this: all that glitters is not gold. If you want your small businesses to be a success, you need to learn how to mine for the real gold. And that's what I'm going to be talking about here today. Hi, my name is Leavona. I've been creating businesses for over 25 years. Welcome to the Leavona Show. The first thing I want to talk about is the concept I call golden offers. A golden offer is an offer that is truly an amazing solution for your customers. One that exceeds their expectations and outclasses what their competition offers. You see, there is true gold, and then there is fool's gold. Selling an offer that is true gold allows you to call premium prices and get them too. Whereas selling fool's gold is a crappy offer that pretends to be good, will cause you to not be able to close the sale because it is of inferior quality. Worse yet, even if you do manage to close, your customers wouldn't be happy for very long. So to avoid wasting time and energy and your customers' time and energy, let your offers be made of pure gold. Stay away from that fool's gold kind of thinking. You cannot be dishonest and sell them something that is gold-plated and try to get away with it. Then you have the nerve to ask for premium dollars? Come on now, don't get me started with regards to that dishonesty. Some people like to sell garbage, and talk a mean game when selling to prospects. However, they cannot hide their true nature forever, The truth always comes out, and boy, does reputation spread fast. If you're reputed as being a pusher of fool's gold, you will ruin your chances before your business even has a chance to get off the ground. Don't take the chance. Reputations are earned. Once disrupted and ruined, trust is lost forever. It is not worth it. Believe you me, do not earn the reputation that you are selling fool's gold as the real thing. You will never live it down. Now, there is more to this. You want to avoid the pain that comes from being unscrupulous with people. There's another beautiful dynamic that comes out of doing things right. I call this the golden offer effect. The truth is this: once you master the art of creating the golden offer, you will attract superior customers. I call them my golden customers. Now, I don't want you to miss this. If you can acquire golden customers, you have already won the game, my friend. There's just one important thing that you can't forget if you want to make all of this work. While these golden customers will make your business a success, they have higher standards, my friends. They have a nose for true value, and they are definitely not gullible. So you need to be sure that you deliver real superior value to them. Let's compare the golden customer to another type of prospect. I call these other potential customers English tonguers. English tonguers are essentially customers who are straight trash. Sorry. And they will kill your business. If you let them have their way with you, they will definitely kill your business. So you didn't know that they are customers who can and will destroy your hopes and dreams? Then you might want to hang around for the next part. First, I have to tell you the story of how I came up with this name. For those of you who haven't heard, long story short, yes, years ago, I found myself doing a little side gig, selling at a flea market. My brother-in-law actually was running a respectable stand in this place. So I did a little gig to try, get a little side income. And boy, did I find out about the English tonguers. They were people who only wanted to pay $1 for whatever I sold, no matter what it was. They were trying to haggle me down $10, $20 items, everything they wanted for $1. And here's the kicker. When I discontinued selling the $20 and $10 and offered them the $1, guess what they did? They asked me if I could give it to them for $0.25. Man, these English tonguers will kill your business if you let them. So we don't want those low-quality parasitic customers. We need gold-quality customers. They don't mind paying more. You have to give them more and they will pay it. They will keep your business alive and thriving. The key is you must provide quality and standards that they cannot easily find in their marketplace. This is not easy to do, and you will have to do some of your own research to accomplish this. Look at where the competition falls short. That's my first hint. Double down on the weaknesses. Second hint. Providing an alternative, exceptional experience for them. Third hint. I don't want to give away too much right now, You got to come to my exceptional seller's mindset. But anyway, we'll talk about that in a few minutes. Listen, the bottom line is this. Most businesses want to charge a lot and give crap. And it's a good thing too. It's to our advantage because they set the bar so low. And we can basically walk in and take the market by storm. We can charge even more than the competition does by providing a premium experience. The customers will actually be happy about it too. Trust me, they will love the way you make them look. The truth of the matter is this. They wouldn't mind paying if you give them something they really can't find anywhere else. Now, everybody wins, except, of course, our sleazy salesman friend who wants to sell fool's gold. But you know something? I know that you're not like that guy. So, let's go kick some competition butts, my friends, and drive them out of the marketplace forever. Thank you for watching that. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope it is very informative to you. Now, I want to talk to you about something that I call life is precious and why we have to cherish it. When last have you seen Mom or Dad or made a phone call to them? How long does it take us to send a text message to someone that we love to say, I've been thinking about you and I miss you. How are you doing? We have to be careful that we're not caught up in running and running and running and chasing, and before you know it, you get a message that Audrey is in the hospital. She suffered a stroke last night. Audrey is your oldest child. But you never bothered to check in with Audrey. If Audrey didn't check you, you're not checking. What are you busy doing anyway? What are you busy doing? Sitting and watching television all day? Before you start watching the television show, you make sure you have water, you have some soda, you have some iced tea, you have cookies, you got popcorn, you got the works. Before you done, you gonna weigh about 200 and something pounds. Or you're gonna gain 20 pounds just sitting on that couch. And every time you think of Audrey and your son Brian, you say, they're good. They didn't text me today. Why I gotta do it? I'm their mama. Life is so precious. And we cannot take chances. A few days ago, let me tell you a story. And then I'll probably close out with you guys. A few days ago, I have this customer, and he's been with me for years. And he started, this is in my logistic business that I'm doing right now. He started to drift away. And he would say that he didn't want the product that I was carrying, or maybe he'll consider, he'll think about it. And then finally, on Sunday, he texted me and he said, I will call you Sunday afternoon. Sometimes when life takes us by storm and we lose a loved one, sometimes we choke up, and we can't talk right away. And I think that is what happened to him. He could not divulge to me because he was carrying so much pain. Finally, he came back. On Sunday afternoon, true to his word, he called me and he said, I just wanted to tell you that 2 weeks ago, I lost my wife of 57 years. I said, oh, I'm so sorry. What happened? And he explained to me about how she had struggled with an illness and that finally God took her home. He says he's a lonely man. He does not know what to do with himself because they always used to talk. They shared the space. They went for walks and they did all these things together. I interject to ask you at this point, where is your spouse? Where are your children? There used to be a commercial that they would say, it's 10 o'clock. Do you know where your children are? Let's just make sure they're not in one of those bad rallies that we see going around the country. But getting back on my topic about my customer, he lost someone very precious to him. And he said to me, prior to being married to her for 57 years, I dated her for 5 years before that. I do not want for us to spend our life chasing, trying to build. We want a new house. We want a new car. We get the new house. Now we see all the neighbors have swimming pool. We want swimming pool. So we're constantly upgrading, and we're not looking that our poor husband is in a corner. He's always reading a newspaper. You got to get in his face and say, what you doing? Always has his face in the cell phone. Your wife always busy watching her Facebook group or whatever, wherever she hangs out. What you doing, honey? Set aside time. Have time where you guys can go for a walk, where you guys can have an evening where you decide you're going to watch a movie. And this way, you limit what you put in front of that on the TVs, on the table, the coffee table. You don't have 2 sets of soda plus the homemade iced tea that you made, some cookies, popcorn. No. If you love him and you love her, you're going to try to live longer for each other. Excessive sugar gives us diabetes. Excessive food makes us get fat. When we get fat, all kinds of stuff go wrong. When you look at yourself in the mirror, you have to tell yourself, I'm good enough. But I think I need to trim off here or need to trim off there. There was one time in my life, I was so skinny, and I chased, my friend. When I built my businesses, I worked hard. I worked very hard. Before I started building them in America, I used to do 2 jobs. There was a show that was out there that was called In Living Colors. And I used to look at that show and I would crack up because it was a depiction of us Caribbean folks. We come to America, we didn't have a chance that we get here. So we feel, you know what? I gotta run until I drop because I have to get something. I can't get nothing home. No, home doesn't have no opportunity for me, so I'm gonna work hard. And when you work hard, and you work hard, and you don't sleep, you start gaining weight. If you look at my channel, I invite you to go look at my channel, and you will see a nice little chunky mama over there. But that chunky mama had some confidence, yeah? Oh yes, I had me some confidence. But one day I woke up and I knew that if I didn't slow down, I could die. I went from being so skinny when I came into this country, and I came to 235 pounds. I kid you not. When you look at me, you will see the fat in my face, in my arms. And if you're lucky, you might see my stomach. When we gain weight, we lose our confidence. And we try to hide under big clothes. Why should we settle for that? To hide ourselves under big clothing. Who do we think we're fooling? Boy, what a fool I've been. In many ways. I actually thought I was hiding and that nobody can see that I'm fat. Girl, the fat was in your face, oozing out of every pore, making you sweat like a cow when you ain't supposed to. Come on now. Let's stop fooling ourselves and get on the darn treadmill and do some sweating, the real kind. That's gonna hit the heart and all them organs in there. Guys, I didn't have anybody to inspire me. I'll tell you a funny little part about the fat thing. I took all the mirrors out of my house because I told myself I didn't want to see how I looked. And so the weight kept coming. And ain't nobody in my family want to make me feel bad, yeah? And they ain't tell me nothing. And then one day I look in the mirror and I said, oh, my Lord, I am a mumpy. I look like a big fat mumpy and I walk around like if I guts it like that. You ain't guts nothing like that. You suck. You need to stop eating. Stop eating them Butterfinger that remind you of something from back home. Them people put some extra stuff in there for make you get fat and out of shape. What about your poor husband? You ain't care about him? You go to function and you got on the big top and you're acting like you're so pious and you're so beautiful. Your beauty left. Beauty left with the fat hiding the beauty. You have to go back and look for it. I go to the swimming area, family call me for functions, and I have to show up with a tie underneath my bathing suit. A leg in, if you will. Because I don't want them to see the cottage cheese on my legs. Why do we have to live this way? Man, I don't know, something jolted me back to life. And I start watching what I ate. And before you know it, I went to my doctor one day. And by the way, I put a mirror in the house. I made myself look at fat, chunky mama. Because when I looked at how I looked, it inspired me when I wanted to put the Butterfinger in my mouth, or take a cookie, or eat something when I'd already eaten breakfast already. And I got to my doctor one day and he said, your weight is 160 pounds. I said, get out of here. Really? Wow. He says, why are you reacting this way? I said, you don't want to know, doc. I was at 235 pounds. And I started doing my logistic business. And I remember that I had to deliver to people's doors and I would sprint. I started sprinting. And I would run to the door and run back to my car, run to the door, run back to my car. Hundreds of customers every night. And then I watched what I ate. All right. I am not going to call you to think of how precious life is and tell you that you should love on your husband, love on your children, find out where they are, ask them how they're doing. Some of them are away, they're gone, they're living somewhere else. And they don't like to bother you with, oh, can I get some money? Can I? They hang in there because that's how you taught them. But if you show them that you care and you speak to them, they'll open up and let you know what's going on. If you're a young mother and you have kids, you want to talk to them because if you don't talk to them, their friends will talk to them. Their friends will teach them about life, and I'll tell you, there are some things out there. You did not fetch your children in your belly for 9 months for somebody else other than you to share wisdom with them. They need your wisdom. They need your love. Not a boyfriend, not some girlfriend, not some pervert that you trust and think that that's your family friend. You need to spend time with your kids and not go after just the money. All right? Now, what I want you to do for me is to leave the building of your business to me. I say that with authority. Take care of your family. Do what you need to do, but do not spend too much time running around like you don't have a head. Okay? Leave the building of your business to me. You will come into my hemisphere at some point, and I will teach you the tricks. I have been there, done that, been there, seen that, been there, know that, and I'm ready to take care of you. Okay? If you like this video, share. I tell you share because there might be somebody else who needs the help. I always share videos. When I find videos, that is one way that you can make contact with your family. You might not want to talk. You might not want to get into a conversation where they're carrying on and you're texting all the way up until 10 o'clock, but you have to be at work tomorrow. You can drop a video with something that can inspire them. You can press a like button for me. Come on now. It doesn't cost you nothing. Stretch your finger and just press. Am I not good enough for a like? Now, the subscription. I'm going to have to win you for that. Unless I tell you what I do. Out of the goodness of my heart, when I see YouTubers struggling, they're now starting, and I see that they're dedicated and every day they're out and they're trying and they're making videos, what does it cost me to give them a subscription? I give them a subscription. And that's what I'm challenging you to do for me. Give me a subscription. Give me a like. Share the video. So that I can get out. I wanna take the world by storm, but I can't take the world and help you to go crush those customers and those sleazy salesmen if you don't help me. We gotta help each other. And I ain't pleading. I'm just boldly asking. Because God has given me the authority to be bold and to ask. And I'm not going to scam you and pretend, oh, I got it like that. No, I'm starting and I need your help. Help me, will ya? Help me so I can help you. Listen, it's your girl, Leah. And this is who I am. I love to have fun. You'll find when you come and you start working with me, there are times when I'm going to take it easy on you, and there are times when I'm going to push you. Because I will not have you come into my program and not win. I will not put my head on my pillow and know that I have 6 of you out there that have not seen your business grow or move to 6 figures or move into thousands. That's not me. If you don't win, I don't win. All right? It's been a pleasure talking to you. I hope that you stay to the end of my videos. A lot of times we do it in a strategic way where some of the goodies are at the bottom. In order to you to find all the gold nuggets, you got to go through the whole thing. This guy and his girl ain't stupid. I don't want people who gonna jump in and jump out. You gotta look for the nuggets. They're scattered all over the video. Try to find them. And tell me you did. Leave me a comment. All right? Leave me a comment. And if you have any questions, leave those too. It's been a pleasure serving you. God bless you, and good night.